Hey, Sam back here. Welcome to this video. I'm going to be showing you today Pixielogo. This is a new software coming out today, and it's a design software that's going to help you to create logos, as it says in its name. Now, this software itself is basically a logo creator, and these are some of the logos that people have created with this software so far. You have available with this software a range of different logo templates that you can choose from, or you could say, for example, if you wanted to choose to create a logo from scratch by clicking new, and you would then be able to create a logo right from the beginning if you would like to as well. Now, as we scroll down here, there is a ton of different logo options. So one of the real advantages of the software is you can see just how many logos have actually been programmed into it. This is not an easy thing to do, but they've done this quite well. So if we were to go to one of these logos that we like the look of, we can actually start to edit one of these if we want to by hovering over it and choosing to edit it. We could also, if we wanted to, as I mentioned before, build a logo from scratch. For this demo, though, I'm not going to be building one from scratch. I'll be taking one of these customized logos, as I'm sure you'll want to as well. Now, there are a number of different other settings you have for filtering out these logos. You've got 2 icon logos. We were looking at 1 icon logos before. Here's a look at the 2 icon logos as we scroll down here. You've got these here. They're going to take a little bit of time to load them all because there are so many of them. These are actually a lot larger images. Then you've got 3 icon, you've got 4 icon, monogram logos, logo containers, and word logos as well. So there's a huge amount to choose from within the selection. Before we go and have a look at those other options that we have here, I do want to check out a few of them. So I'm just going to load them up into a new window so we can load them while this is all happening. So they'll load here, and we'll come back to these in just a moment. First of all, what I want to do is I want to choose one of these to edit. So let's go ahead and let's edit one of these. And when you choose one of these to edit, it'll bring up this dashboard right here. It'll load up the image, and you can then see how you can move these around. So these are 2 icons, as it said. These are 2 icon logos. You can then play around with these logos as you want to. You can delete certain logos. You could add additional images if you wanted to, add additional logos, as you can see here, icons. You've also got a list of other icons that you could upload yourself, and you've also got logo variations. You can choose to categorize these as you want to as well. So they've got a range of different icons that you can search for, and the software will then grab some different icons that you could choose for that might fit what you're trying to accomplish. If we go back to this, we might move this into the center, and we can actually edit the font obviously as well. We can bold it if we wanted to. We can choose which goes before which. So if we would put this over that, see, we can change whether it goes back or back or front. And we've got a few options there as well. Now we can choose to change the font itself, the gradients, the colors, and a few other options that you have here as well. You've got the option within this section here through this to change the font sizing, the line spacing, the character sets. You've got the ability to change fonts within here, so you could go into here and you can actually see the different fonts as they're loaded here, and how these logos would look if you were to choose one of these fonts. So I might decide I like this font a lot, and I can choose and I can change to that font immediately, and then it shows the changes right away. You can adjust the background if you want to. Usually on logos you'd leave it white or black. You've also got the ability to view some additional mock-ups of how this might look if you would apply the same logo to a t-shirt, a business card, a Facebook mock-up. You can see how your logo might look. Now my logo doesn't look very good at the moment on a t-shirt, so I might want to change that. You can have a look at it on Facebook, iPhones, and if you've ever been to a logo design or a branding agency, this is the type of stuff the branding agency does. So if you were doing this for a client, you would actually be able to take these images and you'd be able to send them to the client, so you could show what your logo or the logo you're creating for them actually looks like within those different properties. So I might decide, hey, I really don't like this color, and I might change it. I could change it to white. I could choose to turn off this gradient. I don't know why it has a gradient, so let's just turn that off. And then I could go back to my mock-ups, and then hopefully if we do that, the logo will start to look a lot better. So you'll be able to play around with this, and you'll be able to use this as you want. Probably the only really, the biggest setback that I see with this software is it is slow to load some of these. That's probably the biggest letdown. I would say you have to wait a few seconds. It's not a major issue. You'll notice that if you're doing a lot of these, there are some big images you're dealing with, so it's not surprising. But that's one thing that I've noticed within the software. Everything else so far has been really good. So you can then go ahead, if you're ready, download the logo. You can save it into your logos. Choose a project name. If you're dealing with a client, you can add a new project. It's very professional, and so on. So you've also got the other logo options here that you can build from. You've got other logos here which you can build from as well. If we go into admin templates, we go into monogram logos. Let's have a look at this. We'll go into this as well, and let's have a look at logo containers. We'll go into this as well, and let's have a look at word logos. So I want to show you as many of these logos as I can. So there's definitely less in the monogram logos. If we look at 3 icon logos, we'll see more. In the logo containers, you've got about 5. In the word logos, you've got a ton. There's probably a good 100 there. And these are different styles, different words that you can see. If you see one you like, you can use it, customize it. Or if you see one that's really fitting to a business that you're consulting with, or doing a design job for, say someone on Upwork or something like that, you can just select that. It's actually really quite cool. So that's what is available with this software. It's actually it's a very good software when it comes to designing logos. I don't think I've seen anything quite like it before. It's a very new idea. I've seen a couple of logo softwares come out, but none with this many templates and none with the editor flexibility that these have. Also, the mock-ups is a really good touch. So if you are looking for a logo software, I think this will do a good job. Hopefully this video has shown you everything you need to know to make a decision on this software today. And if you do decide to get access, there are a number of bonuses down below that you'll get when you get access to this software. Thanks for listening. This is Sam Becker. I'll talk to you again soon. See you later.